Families, friends, loved ones, please rise for the procession of your graduates.
Students.
Right here, all in the middle.
No, but I mean the Pledge of Allegiance.
They're all up here in the front.
Okay, so we don't actually. Okay, so
they're all in the front. Anybody you're calling for talent is going to be in the front.
Right. The only thing is, I didn't actually have a. I mean, I'm just gonna.
Are we going to stop the music? No.
Okay. Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2019 Springs Charter Schools Commencement Ceremony. I'm Vivian Price. I'm the Assistant Superintendent of Education for our Springs schools, and you may stay standing right now for the Pledge of Allegiance that will be led by Eric Holmquist II. Eric is from our Hemet Student Center. Eric will be followed by Eden Sides, graduating from our homeschool program, and Eden will be singing the national anthem. So we'll welcome Eden up also. Hi, place your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proud
Thank you, Eden and Eric. You may be seated at this time. I just need to announce a few housekeeping rules before we begin our ceremony. Please take a moment to turn off or mute your cell phones now. Bathrooms are located outside on the concourse. Out of consideration for others, please refrain from using the air horns or other noisemakers during the ceremony. When you leave, please pick up any trash around you. And then please make every effort to stay until the end of the ceremony, as early departures can be disruptive. At the end of the ceremony, outside there's a beautiful courtyard for taking pictures, so if you could gather your graduate and go outside for pictures, that would be appreciated. At this time, I'd like to congratulate the class of 2019, first and foremost. And congratulations to all the people who've supported the graduates along the way. To help honor this occasion and this special group of students, I'd like to welcome our board members from our Springs charter schools. They're back here on the stage. And also, if the board members could stand. Thank you. We also have in attendance board members from our authorizers at the Riverside County Office of Ed. So we'll just a round of applause for their support. And at this time, I'd like to invite to the podium our superintendent and visionary leader, Dr. Kathleen Hermsmeyer. And then you'll introduce Lewis when you're done.
Okay. Welcome to graduates, parents, staff, and friends. It's delightful to be here today. Thankfully, we're inside on this nice hot day in the air conditioning. We're so proud of our graduates. We have the largest class I think we've ever had, with more than 250 graduates this year. Yeah. We are very proud of you today, graduates. Today is the culmination of 13 years of childhood education for you, and it took effort and drive for you to get here, especially because you attended Springs charter schools. And as you know, we require more from our students. At a traditional school, kids might go to school every day, just do the minimum, maybe never do any homework, but they'd still graduate with a low GPA, but they'd graduate. At Springs, that's not so. No matter which of our programs you are graduating from today, that could be homeschool, Keys, Venture, Arrow, or any of our academy programs, you were required to make independent effort in order to reach this amazing goal. Our schools provide less hours in the classroom so that you have more time to do work in the community, real work, and real learning. You've been given the experience of setting goals, working towards those goals independently, participating in internships and career opportunities, doing community service and other personalized activities. With these experiences under your belt, you already have an advantage over many other graduates. So we are a different kind of high school, but we're not completely different. 130 of you attended our annual high school prom. 77 attended our grad night at Disneyland, and I didn't get any calls from the Disney police, so that was good. Several of you participated in CIF sports and got varsity letters, and some of you were even in our playoff teams this year, so that's fantastic. So now I want to spend a moment bragging about our graduates, because our graduates today have distinguished themselves in many ways. One group of graduates here today have distinguished themselves on their scholarship, including the state testing, our Golden Seal Scholars. If you were a Golden Seal Scholar and have a gold cord, please stand up and be recognized. In addition, we also have members here of the National Society of High School Scholars, and that's fantastic. All right, you may be seated. We also have a new designation this year. We have 2 members today that are graduating from the International Thespian Society. So Brienne Thurber and Joshua Bechtel, please stand. Okay, you may be seated. All right, this year we're also recognizing California Scholarship Federation members. The purpose of CSF is to foster and recognize high standards of scholarship, service, and citizenship. Life members have achieved high standards of CSF membership for 4 of the last 5 semesters of high school. Our CSF Life members, please stand. Noah Harrell, Krista McLean, Nolan Olhausen, and Serena Sapersky. Thank you. You may be seated. Our students are encouraged not only to achieve academically, but to participate in their community. National Honor Society requires its members to be good students and good stewards. Our NHS students worked over 600 hours of community service this year at a variety of locations. Will all the National Honor Society members please rise to be acknowledged? These are Bianca Guion, Noah Harrell, Krista McLean, Maddie Moles, Nolan Olhausen, and Brienne Thurber. Okay, you may be seated. Not only do we encourage community involvement in these club ways, we also offer a structured program within our actual curriculum for students to learn real skills for the future careers. We offer a number of different career technical pathways. Today we have graduates who
Gary's MacBook Air disconnected.
for one of 12 different career pathways. Those graduates who have received CTE certificates, please rise to be recognized for your accomplishments. Thank you. You may be seated. Many of our graduates have already earned college credits through either articulated courses through Springs or by going to the community college and taking courses on the campus. Please stand if you have completed a college course or more. Wow. Wow. Thank you. You may be seated. You guys are fantastic. And we also need to single out, I know we have singled out the graduates for recognition, but I think we need to single out a couple of other groups for recognition. First of all, graduates, you know you didn't do this alone, right? You had a lot of people helping you on your way. Let's give your teachers a round of applause for all they've done to help you. And I'd like to have another special word for the parents. Parents, you chose a different kind of school for your children. You made the brave decision to buck society and choose a charter school. Not just any charter school, but our great personalized learning charter school. And this decision meant more work for you parents every year. So let's give your parents a round of applause for this, what they've gotten. Parents, you made a decision for your graduate that you no doubt had to defend year after year after year, over and over again. But you know what your kid needs and how your kid will thrive. So 10 of our families out there today, 10 of our graduates, attended Springs Charter School every year that they went to school, since kindergarten. So as I read the name of our trailblazers, please stand. Andrea Aguirre, Jeremiah Bratine, Kristen Brenton, William Frascona, Noah Harrell, Nathaniel Mammoth, Casey Peterson, Laura Prieto, Emerson Schneider, Joshua Bechtel. Let's give these people a round of applause and the parents a round of applause. All right, you may be seated. Graduates, as you go forth today and live your dreams, please remember that the community is your classroom. And in the words of Ari Penkovici, graduation is only a concept. In real life, every day you graduate. Graduation is a process that goes on until the last day of your life. So go forth boldly, graduates 2019. And now it's my great honor to introduce Chief Louis Federoff, who is going to present scholarships today to a couple of our graduates. 6 of them? Six graduates. Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
So if you want to stand up here with me.
Good afternoon, everyone. 77 years ago, no, it's not going to be a long speech. My name is Louis Federoff. I am the past president of Summit Springs Education Foundation, and am presently serving as a board member on that foundation. The reason I'm here today is because our president, Stephen Chen, is attending his daughter's graduation from Cal Poly University in San Luis Obispo. She's receiving her graduate degree in industrial engineering. She was a graduate of Springs, and she also was a scholarship recipient from this foundation. The Summit Springs Foundation exists to raise money to provide college and technical school scholarships for Springs charter school students, as well as grants for deserving teachers and staff who demonstrate excellence in their teaching and their work. This year, Summit Springs Educational Foundation is awarding 6 $1,000 scholarships to students who have demonstrated excellence in their studies and notable service in their community. All of the scholarship winners know who they are. You're scattered around. Would you all come up here, please, at this time? There we go. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get a photograph for such an important event. So we're going to introduce each scholarship winner and take a quick photograph. We'll do that 6 times, okay? If you'll be patient with us. These are in alphabetical order. We would first, and he's right here, first like to recognize Noah Harrell, who is a Springs homeschool student. He will be attending Point Loma Nazarene University to study environmental science. Did you get it? Second, Lauren Marquez, a Springs Magnolia Student Center student. Lauren will be attending the University of California at Riverside to study political science and communications. Thirdly, we have Kristen McLean, a Springs Keys College and Career Prep student. Krista will be attending either Pepperdine University or the University of California, San Diego. She's going to take a little bit of a break for musical theater studies and then go to the university. Oh, I'm sorry. We have 2 left, okay. One of our graduate recipients is not able to be here today. We don't know what happened. This is Athie Nguyen, but I'd like to announce her scholarship anyway. She's a Venture Online student. Athie will be attending Cal State University in Northridge. So we don't know what has happened. We had a big car accident out there, so hopefully she'll get here. The last two are a special scholarship fund. They're being awarded by the Adele Nicely Scholarship Fund from the Summit Springs Educational Foundation. This fund was established in behalf of a beloved science teacher who taught at the Temecula Center. So a few years ago, her family decided to establish a special scholarship in her honor for science students emanating from the Temecula Student Center, who embodied Adele's passion for science. First of these these $1,000 awards will be given to Janet Freeman. Janet is as I say, a Temecula Student Center student. She will be studying at Cal State University, Long Beach, and will be studying computer technology and communications. And the last recipient, certainly not the least, is Sarah Leonard. She went to the Temecula Center, and she will be attending the University of California at Santa Barbara to study biology. How about one more round of applause for these excellent students? Thank you very much.
Congratulations to those scholarship winners, and thank you, Lewis. At this time, I'd like to present our student speakers, and I'm going to welcome to the stage Mrs. Kelly Taylor, who is an ES for our Keys College and Career Prep Program.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kelly Taylor, an ES in the Keys College and Career Prep High School program. Congratulations to all of you graduates. You've put in the time, the effort, the energy to get to this moment. This is your moment. Our next speaker is also a 2019 Springs graduate. When Carly came to me, she was very unhappy with her traditional high school. She needed to go on an independent study for a short time. It didn't go quite as they had promised. Carly didn't have a whole lot of faith in an independent study program. And I told her she was in the right place, that she would get lots of support, and that we got this. Carly is very bright. She picked up on her procedures quickly, learned how to navigate our online program. Pretty soon, she'd come in smiling, talking with everyone, because there's not a shy bone in her body, earning great grades. Yep, she's got this. Carly has a great support system. Her dad, her family, her best friend. Carly's dad would come in with her to her weekly meetings, not all the time, but quite a bit. After we got the school business out of the way, we had some great conversations, a lot of laughs, and even more than once we ended up singing opera. I learned to book Carly a double appointment every week. Well, life has thrown her some curveballs. Carly handles them with courage, with perseverance, and hard work. She is solution-driven. She can think outside the box. She knows what she wants, and she's not afraid to ask for it. It didn't surprise me when Carly said she wanted to audition to be the speaker at graduation. She has a story to tell. She has advice to give. And with four books published on sale at Amazon, she certainly didn't need me to help her write her speech. I don't even know what she's written, actually, but everyone who heard it has told me that it's amazing, and I'm not surprised. because Carly is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with my whole heart that I introduce to you Miss Carly Eisenwasser.
Good afternoon, class of 2019. I started at Keys in the middle of my junior year, knowing that this was my last hope to graduate. I was previously behind on credits, and grasping the material taught was a challenge. I'd heard good things about the Keys program, and I needed to make a change if I wanted to walk with the class of 2019. It was a long process to get settled, but it was the best decision I have ever made academically. This school saved my future. I was told by teachers, counselors, and principals at my old school that I was a mess and that I would never amount to anything. Nobody seemed to believe in me, so I stopped believing in myself. At Springs, I was gifted with an amazing ES, Kelly Taylor, who actually believed in me. My ES and counselor, Brooke King, were open and willing to work with me and actually listened to the ideas that I had about my education. I actually started to like school again, and after dreading it for so long, I loved knowing that I was mastering concepts and truly understanding the work I was given. I'm proud to say that since I started at River Springs, my F's turned to A's, and I have maintained these good grades since I started at Keys. This has shown me that I am bright and not just a mess that couldn't pass an algebra class. Finding teachers and counselors that worked with me and had my best interests at heart was the best thing for my education and mental health. My perspective on school changed, and although not everything was perfect, I found a team of people willing to work for me, or go all mama bear, as my ES would put it. These last 2 years at Springs were filled with some of the most difficult times in my life. My mom was battling cancer and had to seek treatment at City of Hope in Doherty, which caused a decline in my life mentally and emotionally. There were days where I didn't think I could manage the trips to visit my mom with schoolwork and just having a normal life. I was always encouraged with a "we got this" from Mrs. Taylor, which nurtured a newfound strength within to persevere. Some days were a complete struggle, but with all support, I pushed through. When my mom passed away in late February, I thought everything was over. I didn't think I could continue to do schoolwork, especially at the speed I needed to in order to graduate on time. I was ready to give up and just drop out because I couldn't handle the work while grieving. But then I was told for the first time ever by a person in the education field that I needed to put my mental health first. I was given time to grieve before we started to map out a plan to completely change my pacing and program to fit with my new life. I could have given up, but with all the support I had received, I knew I couldn't let them down or let myself down. I had already set myself to this higher standard of maintaining A's and being ahead in work, so I wanted to continue that even though I was struggling. Losing a parent changed me, and so my education changed right with it. Without that, I wouldn't have been able to get my diploma on time or even at all. This school gave me hope for not only my high school self, but also my future self. I now want to continue on to college with the knowledge that I am capable and worth it. My ES inspired me to want to pursue teaching so that I could be the same positive light for my students that she was for me. I was given a chance by people that looked beyond a previous transcript. They let me show my own true abilities and worth, which only helped me realize that I had it in me all along. I know that I can achieve great things because people finally saw that in me. Through my support system, I started to see potential and positive attributes in myself. Life didn't always go to plan, but we adjusted and survived, and now I know I've made my mom and everyone else in my life proud over being able to walk with my class today. Proud of the accomplishments I have made. Thank you for the opportunity to share my story, and congratulations, class of 2019.
Thank you so much, Carly. Our next performance features two talented young ladies who share a love of musical theater. They've both participated in many productions in the local community, including Mary Poppins and Newsies. Having developed a friendship between rehearsals and on performing on stage, together they come before us today to sing For Good from Wicked the Musical. Please help me welcome Brienne Thurber from the Temecula Student Center and Eden Sides representing Homeschool.
dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you,
Because I knew you,
I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blamed me for.
but then I guess we know there's blame to share.
And none of it seems to matter anymore.
I guess just love from
As
its
it
point,
passes the sun,
enough to
like a stream that meets a
be
boulder,
brought by a
and
void in the
blood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better.
And because I knew you,
Because I knew you. Because I knew you. I have been changed.
Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you, ladies. Another round of applause. To introduce our next speaker, please welcome Lisa Del Piso, coming up right now. She is our English Department Chair.
Congratulations, graduates. This is your day, and I am delighted to introduce your next student speaker, Noah Harrell. Thank you, Noah, for asking me to introduce you. I feel like this is such an important honor. Okay, first of all, I wanted to start with that. One of the great things about working for Springs is getting to watch our students grow up. I first met Noah when his mother and I worked together as education specialists in the homeschool program. Noah was just a little guy back then in his early elementary years, but he had a big smile and love for learning. Flash forward a few years, and sitting in the front row of my freshman composition class at Mount San Jacinto College, with that same big smile, was a much more grown-up Noah, ready to inspire me to be a better teacher. Today, Noah represents the spirit of Springs in so many ways. Actually, for those of you who do not know, Marietta Chamber of Commerce selected Noah as your Springs Student of the Year. Noah used his time at Springs to not only prepare to graduate on this day with many honors, but also to explore his passion for animals through his internship at the San Diego Zoo. Noah looks forward to a future continuing his work and research with animals and will study environmental science at Point Loma Nazarene University in the fall. Let's hear what Noah has to say to you today, graduates.
Well, good afternoon, graduates. One of the most important lessons that you can learn right now that will help you as you go through life is the value of doing hard things. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Man, I just made the graduation, and now this guy's telling me to do more hard stuff? Wasn't high school hard enough? Well, it certainly was. We had to get along with other students and teachers. Oh my gosh, right? I'm sure we've all met people that for one reason or another we just didn't get along with. But we learned how to get around it. We learned how to work through it. That brought us here today. Another hard thing we had to do was to be prepared. Now I'm sure we've all been there. It's late at night. We're looking at an assignment that's due like tomorrow and we're like, do I really have to do this? I mean, come on, it can't hurt my grade that much. But then at the end of the semester we see just how much that affects our grade. And the last thing I would argue is the hardest thing to do is to follow through with things. Michael Jordan said, obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out a way to climb it, go through it, or work around it. And I want you all to picture that class that you struggled the entire way through. I'm sure it just popped in your head right then. Mine was chemistry. And I didn't give up after failing a few assignments and maybe a test or something. But I got the help I needed, and I was able to work through it. And because of my commitment to finishing well, I ended the semester with an A. Thank God. And then I would argue one of the hardest things to follow through with is asking someone out. Because first, we gotta get their phone number, and then we gotta like take the time to call or text them or something. And then we gotta officially ask them out on a date. Maybe you even buy them concert tickets to their favorite band just to get shot down. But hey, at least I mean you, follow through. And there aren't any what-ifs hanging over your head. Now, we've all taken different roads to get here, and we all have different destinations after graduation, but we're still going to have to continue to do difficult things. Yes, we are still going to have to get along with people after graduation. Oh boy. But I would go further and say that we actually should be nice to people. Why, you ask? Because we have no idea what people might be going through. One of my good friends I've known since first grade, he lost his mom last year during his sophomore year of high school. And as heartbreaking as it was, it seemed so hard for him to go through it, and it opened my eyes to the fact that it's impossible to know everything that someone might be going through. That's why it's our job to just be kind and understanding to those around us, regardless of what we know or don't know. Thank you. And then even after graduation, we still have to be prepared. Before going into a job interview, whether it's for like a full-time job or an internship, learn about the company. It shows you care. And also probably do some research on just exactly what the job requires, because I felt the pain of filling out almost an entire application just to realize I didn't meet one of the requirements. Yeah, that sucked. But the hard things don't end with being prepared. We're still going to have to follow through with everything we start and that we hope to finish in the future. This includes finding our career. Now, during my junior year last year, I was trying to find a job, and I spent months following through and interviewing for a job at Chuck E. Cheese. Yes, right? But no, because they didn't hire me, so oh well. But the good thing about this was it showed where my passion was, and it turns out I really enjoyed working with kids. So I didn't just stop there once that door at Chuck E. Cheese closed, but I started my own tutoring business. And since then, this has given me 20 hours of work a week, which is amazing. Following through might seem tedious or pointless at times, but it is for sure worth it in the long run. Something I've learned from doing a lot of hard things is that when it's all said and done, it's worth it. Sometimes it doesn't seem like the most fun or even the easiest thing to do. Imagine that, it's a hard thing. But I can tell you, as someone who's done a lot of difficult things, is that I have no regrets. Not even the $100 I dropped on concert tickets, because I took a friend and we had a great time. As you move forward into life, wherever you go, please consider these words by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Words of wisdom right here. We do today what they won't, so tomorrow we can accomplish what they can't. So I encourage you all to continue to do the difficult things, because you won't regret it. Class of 2019, neither the best nor the hardest times are behind you, but remember that with hard work comes great accomplishments. Thank you.
Thank you, Noah. At this time, we will begin with the presentation of the diplomas. Please welcome Dr. Robert Hennings, our Assistant Superintendent of Pupil Services. And just a reminder, we're going to ask for no noisemakers at this time out of respect for our graduates. Welcome, Dr. Hennings.
Let's get it on. Carly Eisenwasser. Krista McLean. Leah Maldonado. Jeremiah Bratine. Berlissa Korn. Haley Thompson. Kirsten Brenton.
Congratulations, class of 2019. Okay, please stand, graduates. Okay. At this time, we're going to go through the traditional changing of the tassel. The turning of the tassel signifies that you are all officially graduated. Hold on. Your parents are thrilled. We'll move the tassels from right to left on the count of 3. 1. Okay, ready? From right to left. 1, 2, 3. You may turn your tassels. Congratulations, class of 2019. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our ceremony. Have a wonderful day. Congratulations.